This morning, 7th of September, the Department of Justice presented a new version of the hate speech bill to the Parliamentary Committee on Justice for them to consider to make into law. And they're going to be considering this on Friday morning on the 9th of September. And I'd like to encourage you to pray into that. This bill is very dangerous because we know that similar laws have been used in other countries to prosecute Christians, and also in this country, people who have expressed politically incorrect viewpoints, and especially things that are controversial on matters like sexuality and gender, tend to get accused of hate speech, and that is really dangerous because they can be fined. But this bill is much more dangerous because not only can they be fined, but they can be sent to jail. And not only can an outside party be suing somebody, but the government itself can prosecute them for saying something which they might have just been expressing a viewpoint or an opinion which is not actually hate speech at all. And we've seen how the courts have been unjust on this in the past. And that's why we need to very clearly define what hate speech is and what it is not. And so the government seems to have listened to some of the things that Christians have argued for, but other things they have not listened to yet. And we need to then still try to argue this case. Now, first prize is we scrap this bill altogether because we don't need it. There are other laws which cover real hate speech and can protect people, and we need to try and stop something like this from becoming law. But if we can't stop it from becoming law, we need to have a very strong protection of religious exemptions, and we can be encouraged that these exemptions have been strengthened, but we need them to be strengthened more clearly. And one of the things which was encouraging is the Deputy Minister of Justice this morning said that it was not his intention to restrict this just to the protection of what is said in churches, in religious meetings, but we need that to be put explicitly into the text of the bill so that somebody can't come and prosecute Christians later in years in the future. We've seen twice before on abortion and on same-sex marriage, similar promises have been broken. And so we just can't take these things for granted. We need to argue for them. So please pray for the Parliamentary Committee, which is going to be considering these things on Friday morning, the 9th of September.